Once you have that in position, we tighten it up and then we lock in one there, one in here, and also two at the bottom, one there and in there. And then we also check to the back of the wardrobe, also locking one there, also one at the bottom as well. And by now the whole piece should look like this, with the pink side on the bottom and the white top to the top of the wardrobe. Next, we're going to show you how to assemble the door hinge. As you can see, the unit come with the whole piece like that. First, you need to open it by flicking and the handle there like so, push it upward, and the piece will fall apart like this. Now with this piece here, we're going to install into the door right now. Now with this piece, we're going to install into the door. First, we line up three pieces. One at the bottom in this position, second one in this position, and also the third one in that position. Now bear in mind, as you have noticed, we put in the screw in the oval hole, which is actually the second layer inside of the frame. And now we put in position only, but do not tighten at this stage, just put in position only. One there, one on the top, and also one at the bottom. We do the same side for the other side as well. By now your top wardrobe should look like this, and we put a stack on the of the unit that we have built earlier and stop this unit on top of each other. Now when you finish, you also put in the hanger in from the inside like that, and the unit is almost finished. As you can see, with these door hinges, you need to open by put your fingernail in and flip it out like that, and that's how you open the clip there. Now with this one, we're going to install into the door. Now we need 4 of the screw, which is this side here, to lock in the top and the bottom pieces in. Next, we're going to put in the door handle into the door. Now as you can see there, this is item number 6 and number 7 of the door. Now first we have to lay in all the door hinge like so. One there, one there, and one there. Now the trick to put it in a line is to, if you can find a long piece of wood, which is have to be very straight, and then line it up the door hinge in this way like that, and make sure it's actually all the line when you push it in like this, and then you can see it's actually nice and straight. This is one way for you to do it nice and quick, and make sure all the door hinge is actually nice and straight there. As you can see, it has to be nice and even like so. Next, you're using this screw there, as you can see, which is applied, and then you put it in and tighten it in like that, so. And we do the rest of the 3 hinges, and also for the other side as well. Once you have put everything in position, you use a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and now we tighten it in firmly in like so, and recheck for the rest of the 3 door hinges. Make sure everything is nice and firm. And now when you finish, you also do the other side as instructed before, exactly the same. First, you need to open, slightly loosen the top, and also the second screw there as well, and also the second screw. Now remember, to loosen up the screw, the first one and also the second one, in order before you can install in the door there. Okay, and we're going to do all three of them in. First we put in the hinge in and make sure it's catching in with the other piece in like this, and we'll do for the remaining three on the bottom, one there and also one on the bottom as well. Now remember the inner screw, that one there is actually used to adjust for going in or out, and the second screw there is actually for adjusting to the left or the right hand side, which I'm going to show you later. Now we do some adjustment. That's the left or the right. Now here we click it in until you hear clicking. That means it's actually catching in. One is clicking in. We tighten a little bit just to adjust it. Now there's a few tips for you to do for a readjustment. Now as you know, if you want to move the door in or out, you adjust this screw here. And if you want to adjust the door to the left or the right hand side, you adjust in this screw there. Okay, so we do for the rest of the three, 1, 2 or 3 on the bottom, and by checking that, you adjust it slowly until the door is actually aligned. Now when you finish readjusting the door, make sure it's actually nice and even to the top and nice and smooth gap to the bottom, like so, and the left hand side and the right hand side must be also nicely straight and smooth, and we adjust that for both of the door, the left and the right hand side. Once you finish, once you're satisfied with the door position, you lock in the second drawer, the second hole there, with the lock in screw there, one there and also one on the side as well there. Okay, and we do the remaining of the first, second and the third one on the left hand side or the right hand side, and we do also the other side as well, there and there. And by now your wardrobe is quite secure. Okay, once you finish, you put in the clip back and lock in position like that. As for the door handle, we are using the 25mm screw there to tighten it up. Next we're going to put in the door handle. Now we're using the 25mm screw there, and we lock it to the front like so. And you do the same for the other door as well. As you can see, this is a drawer we're going to install in. Now as for the drawer, it consists of one panel, the front piece, the slate to the left and the right panels there, and also the back panel, and also the tiny middle slate as well, and also 2 handle with a 2 screw. Now first we need to do it like this. First we join the long piece there to the short piece. Now make sure you check the groove is actually running from end to end like that, over there and over there, so we can put the slate in properly. Now we put in the locking device, the white one, like that, and then we turn clockwise rotation to lock it in, and we do the same as for the other side as well. So by now your drawer should look like this. Now we put another locking device in to the small slate like that, put one to the back and then we lock it in position. Then we put up the slide up like so. You slide it in. Now with this one here, make sure your slide is actually sit inside the groove. Double check, make sure it's actually inside the groove, so it can be nice and tight, otherwise it's going to be loose and fall off. Okay, so double check your slide, make sure it's actually in the groove and nothing protruded out, everything. Double check it properly before you put the final panel to the top. Next, you put in the final panel to the top, which is with the pattern there, like that, and we secure it in. Give a few taps, make sure it's actually nice and tight, and leave no gap underneath there. So if it doesn't come in, use a flat Phillips screwdriver and readjust it so it can get in. One is in, we turn it clockwise rotation to lock it in, and we lock in all the 5 locking devices there. And now your drawer looks like that. Next, we put in the handle in. Now we put in the handle like so. We're using a 25mm screw to secure it in and tie it up like that. And with the Allen key there, we tie it up and make sure it's nice and tight for both handles. One there, and it's also the other side as well. Now we're ready to put in the drawer in. As you can see, the bottom drawer has been done. Now before you put it in, you pull out the rail on either side, the left as you can see there, and also the right hand side out like so. Notice, as you can see, the drawer there in the back, there's a tiny hole there, one there, and the other one on the other side. And it's also one at the bottom there. This is the hole for catching inside the rail, one to the back and one to the bottom there. Next, as you can see, you have to put in an angle to put in, slide it in. Make sure the back is actually catching in the drawer like that. Make sure the back is actually catching in. I repeat, need to be catch in first to the back, and then you line up to the front there, and it will be in like this. Now pull in and out first to make sure it's actually nice and smooth run. Once you're happy with the smoothness, you put in a screw in to lock it in, one there, and also one on the other side as well, which is on the bottom there, as you can see. Once we finish, we also do for the bottom bit as well, like so. And by now, your wardrobe should be looking like that and actually completed.